Have you ever wondered what UI and UX are and why they are so important today? Welcome to the world of design, where these two little acronyms carry a world of weight. Let's break it down. UI, or user interface, is the series of screens, pages, buttons, and all the visual elements that enable a person to interact with a product or service. Think of it as the bridge that connects users to the digital world, the facilitator of our interactions with technology. UX, on the other hand, stands for user experience. It's the feeling you get when you're navigating through a product or service. It's about how easy or difficult it is to interact with the user interface elements that the UI designers have created. Together, UI and UX form the backbone of design, shaping our digital experiences and making technology accessible and enjoyable to use. Now that you know what UI and UX stand for, let's dive deeper into these two critical components of design. User interface, or UI, plays a crucial role in any digital product. But why, you ask? Well, imagine a world where every digital platform you interact with is a labyrinth of confusion. Not a pretty picture, right? That's where UI steps in to save the day. UI is the bridge that connects users to a digital product. It encompasses all the visual elements of a product, including layout, colors, typography, and images. Think of it as the product's aesthetic appeal. It's what catches the eye first. Just like the cover of a book, the UI is the first impression a user gets of a product. But the UI is not just about making a product look good. It's also about making it easy to use. A well-designed UI guides users through the product, making it intuitive and user-friendly. It's about creating a seamless journey for the user, where every click, scroll, or swipe feels natural and effortless. Imagine you're using an app for the first time. If the buttons are easy to find, the colors are pleasing to the eye, and the typography is clear and easy to read, you're more likely to enjoy using the app and come back to it. That's the power of a good UI. A well-designed UI can also attract users and make a product stand out in a crowded market. In a world where thousands of new apps and websites are launched every day, having a unique and engaging UI can be a game changer. It's about creating a memorable experience that keeps users coming back for more. But the most important thing to remember is that a good UI is user-centered. It's designed with the user in mind, taking into account their needs, preferences, and behaviors. It's about making the user's interaction with the product as simple, efficient, and enjoyable as possible. So the next time you use a digital product, take a moment to appreciate the UI. It's the unsung hero that makes your digital experiences smooth and enjoyable. And remember, a good UI is like a good joke. If you have to explain it, it's not that good. While UI deals with the visual elements, user experience, or UX, is all about how a product feels. It's the magic behind the scenes that makes you smile when you navigate a website or tap through an app. But what does it mean in practice? Let's dive in. UX is essentially about understanding users. It's about empathizing with their needs, their values, their abilities, and even their limitations. A UX designer is like a mind reader, trying to anticipate what a user might want or need at any given moment. It's a job that requires a deep understanding of human psychology and behavior. Imagine you're using an app and you're trying to find a specific feature. If the app is well designed, you won't even have to think about where to find it. It's intuitive. That's good UX. It's all about making the product enjoyable and easy to use. But it's not just about making things easy. It's about making them enjoyable. A well-crafted UX can turn a mundane task like ordering groceries or booking a flight into an enjoyable experience. It can make you feel connected, engaged, and valued as a user. Good UX is also inclusive. It takes into account people of all abilities and limitations. It ensures that the product is accessible and usable by as many people as possible. It's about breaking down barriers and making technology accessible to everyone. And it doesn't stop there. UX is a continuous process. It's about constantly learning from users, analyzing their behavior, and making improvements. It's about testing, iterating, and refining. It's about never resting on your laurels and always striving to create the best possible experience for your users. So next time you use an app or a website and you find it easy and enjoyable to navigate, spare a thought for the UX designers behind the scenes. They've spent countless hours understanding your needs, anticipating your actions, and crafting an experience that's just right for you. Good UX design is all about creating a seamless, intuitive journey for your users. It's the invisible hand that guides you through the digital world. It's the unsung hero of the digital age, and it's absolutely vital in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world. Although UI and UX are closely intertwined, they are not the same. This is a common misconception that we'll debunk today. Let's start with user interface, or UI. UI is the series of screens, pages, and visual elements like buttons and icons that you use to interact with a device. It's about the look and feel of a product. If a website or an app is a real-world building, the UI is the architecture, the color scheme, the furniture, the art on the walls. It's what makes an interface aesthetically pleasing and visually compelling. On the other hand, user experience, or UX, is about a user's overall experience with a product. It's not just about how things look, but how they work. UX is the process of enhancing user satisfaction by improving the usability, accessibility, and pleasure provided in the interaction with the product. If we stick with our building analogy, UX is the blueprint of the building. It's the layout of the rooms, the placement of the doors and windows, the ease of moving around the space. While UI is concerned with the surface and appearance, UX delves deeper into how an interface operates. It's the difference between a beautiful car that's a nightmare to drive and an average-looking car that's a dream on the road. The former may have a stunning UI but a poor UX, while the latter has a functional UX even if the UI isn't as flashy. Now, both UI and UX design are crucial. They work hand in hand. A great UI can attract users, but without a solid UX, those users may not stick around. Conversely, an excellent UX can make an interface easy to use, but without a visually appealing UI, users may not be drawn in the first place. So, while these two disciplines are deeply interconnected, they serve different purposes and require different skills. UI is about the tangible elements that make our digital interactions possible, while UX is about the feelings those interactions evoke. Think of UI as the saddle, the stirrups, and the reins, while UX is the feeling you get being able to ride the horse and rope your cattle. In our digital age, UI and UX have never been more important. With a rapid influx of digital interfaces, from mobile applications to virtual reality, the user's journey through these platforms has become paramount. Today, every business, every brand, every entity with an online presence is vying for the user's attention. And amid this sea of options, what sets a product apart is not just what it does, but how it does it. That's where UI and UX come in. In the world of digital design, UI or user interface refers to the tangible elements that make up a digital environment. It's the buttons you click, the text you read, the images you see. UX or user experience, on the other hand, is the emotional journey a user takes when interacting with a product. It's how you feel when you're using an app, how intuitive it is for you, how much it understands you. A good UI and a good UX are no longer just nice-to-haves. In fact, they are critical to the success of any digital product. They're the difference between a user choosing your app over countless others, between a user becoming a loyal customer or a lost opportunity. Good UI and UX design lead to higher user engagement. They make the user's journey through your product more enjoyable and satisfying, increasing the likelihood of them returning to it. They can turn a casual visitor into a loyal customer and a one-time user into a regular. They create a sense of familiarity and comfort, making your product not just a tool, but a part of the user's daily life. But beyond the business benefits, good UI and UX design also have a societal impact. They can make technology more accessible, more inclusive, and more empowering. They can bridge the gap between the digital and the physical, making our interactions with the digital world more human, more personal. In the end, UI and UX are not just about making a product look good, but about making a product that people love to use. So, to wrap it up, we've embarked on a journey through the fascinating realms of user interface or UI and user experience or UX. We've discovered that UI is the visual and interactive elements of a product that facilitate our interaction with it. Or on the flip side, UI is the overall experience a user has while interacting with that product. It's a broader concept that encompasses UI and many other factors. We've also highlighted that in this digital age, the importance of UI and UX cannot be overstated. They are the backbone of any successful product or service. They determine how users perceive and interact with our digital interfaces, shaping their overall experience. In essence, they are not just about making things look pretty or work well. They are about creating a meaningful and enjoyable journey for the user. Remember, a product with excellent UI and UX is not just user-friendly, it's user-loved.